ਸਕੂਲ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਹੈ?
It's good.
ਫਰੈਂਡਸ
It's good.
ਟੀਚਰਸ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੇ
Also good.
ਤੇ ਮਾਰਕਸ
It's good. Getting 80s.
ਅੱਛਾ 80 ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ 20% 80 plus 20 100 ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਇਹ 100 ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣੇ ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ 20% ਕਿੱਥੇ ਆ?
दिल चाहता है कभी ना बीते चमकीले दिन दिल चाहता है.
What's going on? Alright, so this is not the usual vlog where I'm doing cool edits and like walking around, go to the gym, whatever, doing my whole life. This is more of just me talking to the camera. It's something that I've been thinking about recently, and that's my cultural identity of being Indian, being brown. So it's kind of weird to think about in the lifespan that I've had, the short lifespan of 22 years, my viewpoint on myself and my culture has changed drastically. So just some backstory of who I am. I grew up in a town named Roselle, not Roselle Park, Roselle, New Jersey, and a big population of that, probably like 70% was African American, 30% Hispanic. Nobody else really was Indian. In my whole grade, it was just me. For maybe like one or two other Indian people, like momentarily, but for the most part, it was just me. And I think during that time, there was a lot of insecurities I did have about being Indian that I really didn't feel comfortable embracing, such as the food. I kind of embraced it a little bit, but if I had to bring it, like if my mom back Rotli and Shock for freaking lunch or like made some Indian food that I like, but it kind of smells, I wouldn't want to eat it in front of other people. I was kind of embarrassed, and I guess that's really not mean right now, but that's what I'm going to get into. So that was that. There's also physical appearances, dude. I had a mustache in like the first grade, and it's kind of like embarrassing because people be like, why do you have a mustache? You're so young or whatever, and nobody else around me had it. So that was an insecurity. That's so funny to say now because like everyone wants a beard, but yeah, I was super insecure about that. I was insecure about my hairy arms, my hairy legs. I wouldn't want to wear shorts or short sleeves. And those are the little things, and of course there were always the brown Indian jokes about convenience stores, 7-Elevens, terrorists, but those were all, you know, no one would verbally like harass me, like they wouldn't just come up to me and start saying it. It would be more of just like friends like making fun of each other, and even that's weird because now with all like this cultural sensitivity and everything, it'd be weird to say some of the jokes that were said back then to say it now. So that was I'd say from kindergarten to middle school, like everyone knew I was Indian. I'd tell people I'm Indian, and like I wasn't afraid to say that, but they're just little things that were pretty weird for me. I didn't really have friends come over. I didn't really speak about my religion. Sometimes my fingers would be like yellow from like eating khichdi or like Indian food and curry like the day before. It was just like those like little things, and like I would be like self-conscious about the smell of my clothes, everything like that. So from kindergarten to 8th grade, I lived in the same town, and I kept living in the same town, but in high school I got into the county school, the vocational school. So this is where kids from different towns go to a county school if they make it in through exams and stuff. Like it's like an application you send in and you get in, and a lot of Indian kids are smart. So when I went to the school, it was like a culture shock. There's so many different people and a lot of Indian people, and the funny thing is I made my first ever white friend in 9th grade. His name was Chris, and he's awesome. And yeah, so I started making a lot more Indian friends. Started being able to be more comfortable. I would make jokes about like my parents, like just random stuff that happens in an Indian household. Like it was just way more comfortable to have someone like that who can relate to you, and I thought that was like a really pretty life-changing experience. But then that continued on, and then into college I go to Rutgers, where there's like a strong brown population. Almost all my friends are pretty much Indian, and I think that's just more about like how closely we can relate to each other, just like cultural values will line up, things like that. So with that being said, like now when I think about it, it's almost like this is something I would never post some of the pictures I post on Instagram. I would never post about like different holidays, or I would never say some things on camera like this if it was years ago where I was insecure about it. And now it's almost normal, right? You see all these brown people on TV, like inspirations like Hasan Minhaj, Lilly Singh, Aziz Ansari, even Nav, who's a rapper now, and he's so popular, and he's Indian. So I think it's just been amazing to see how much of a shift there's been from like the early 2000s to 2019. And I think it's probably one of the greatest things that's happened for brown culture, Indian culture, and it's pretty dope because with things like that, that makes it more open for me to talk about stuff I talk about on my channel. It makes it more open for me to do this, post this. It just makes me a happier person. It makes me someone who's more confident in myself. So I think in general, it's been an amazing time for Indian Americans or brown Americans, you know, Pakistanis, Indians, really just all brown people all around the world. It's been a time where it's almost normal to be who you are, and you can fully embrace it, and you won't really get any like things, you won't get really, I guess you really won't get judged for anything that you try to embrace about your culture, because, you know, there's brown people everywhere, and it's not really weird anymore to embrace your culture. So yeah, I think that was pretty dope, and being Indian is something that I love. I would not change it for the world. I love like culture. I love the way the whole family is. I love the values, and I don't know, I wouldn't want to have it any other way. And I think, you know, if you're in an area where, you know, being Indian is not that common or whatever, just try to, little by little, try to get more comfortable with being who you are. I know it's tough. It's pretty difficult to really put yourself out there, but you can do it. And once you're more comfortable with it, you'll love to embrace it way more than you do now. But yeah, it was just a quick chat, and it's not really like a vlog that I usually do. I just wanted to talk, and I want to post these things so later on in life when I look back at it, I'll be like, dude, that's interesting, that's a good talk. And let me know what you guys think. What about your cultures, right? Like, has it been weird for you guys to embrace your culture in your situations, or have you always been comfortable with it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Of course, if you watch this whole video and you liked it, leave a like. If you don't like it, you can dislike it. It's all up to you. But if you really enjoy my videos, please hit the subscribe button, and I really appreciate that. But I'll catch you guys later, and have a wonderful rest of your weekend.